Say cheese.
Say cheese.
Butter.
It's video. You're right. It's video. Hello friends, welcome to this extremely overdue video. Hopefully welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing a methodology with you for how to cook perfectly fluffy quinoa every single time. And if you would like to skip ahead to the quinoa, please feel free to do so. I've put a timestamp down below in the description. Before that, I am going to give you a little bit of an update or a catch up as to what's been going on, why I haven't posted in so long. The last time you saw us, Mummy, that's Pranav's mom, was here visiting us from India, and she was with us for about a month. We even went over to Montreal for a few days, and I will post a vlog of that. But while Mummy was still here, my own mom, and so many of you know her from this channel, she was taken ill quite suddenly and quite severely. Now, we did get to the bottom of it. It wasn't COVID, I will say that. And she is doing much better, but it was a very difficult and frightening, challenging time for us, not just managing her care, but Mahi's as well. Okay, can you help Mama to do the blocks a little bit? Thank you, Baba. I also want to say thank you to those of you who wrote to me via the comment section, via Instagram, asking whether we were okay, because we actually weren't. And I really do appreciate that.
Straw.
Oh, the straw. Are you ready for a straw? Straw right now. And how do we ask for things that we want?
Mama.
Please, Mama, let me get the straw. Papa read our minds, like he usually does. And what do we say to Papa?
Take Papa.
You're welcome, Mahi. Now that things are somewhat less chaotic, I mean, things are always chaotic, but now that we're somewhat back in control, I hope that I can get into the routine of posting videos regularly. Starting with this quinoa, we're going to work on making perfectly fluffy quinoa every single time, which has been challenging for me in the past. I've made sort of mushy, goopy quinoa, and then I figured out something that works really well, so I'm going to share that with you. If I can open it. Now, quinoa is not something that we eat very often, although I would like to eat it more often. We're having it on this particular day when I filmed because of a dietary cleanse that we were doing. We were doing a juice cleanse that did allow us to eat, but from a very restricted list of foods, and quinoa was one of them, so this is what we were having for dinner on that particular day. Now, you can see here I'm washing the quinoa. This is a very important step in the cooking process. You need to wash the quinoa. Then you're going to cook it in twice as much water. So if you're cooking 1 cup of quinoa, use 2 cups of water. Bring that water up to a boil. You can add a bit of salt if you want, and then add the quinoa, but do not cover it. You need to turn down the heat now and cook it uncovered until all of the water is absorbed. It is a good idea not to go too far away from the quinoa because it's going to cook in about 10 or 12 minutes. And you can check it intermittently to just make sure that it's coming along nicely. This is the juice I was having while cooking the quinoa. It was celery juice with a bit of lemon added to it. And poof, all the water is gone. The quinoa has absorbed it. This took me about 12 to 13 minutes to cook. It's going to depend on the amount of quinoa that you're using. Now, to this quinoa, I'm just going to be adding some finely chopped vegetables, just some red pepper that you see here, the red capsicum, and a bit of broccoli. And that's about it. I'm only going to season it with a bit of salt and pepper and some olive oil. In retrospect, I do think that adding lemon juice would have been a good idea, but this came out all right. I mean, the cleanse we did on this day was not about, flavors and everything. It was just about eating really clean for a day. So my quinoa is done. You can see I'm just plating it up there. Looks nice and fluffy. It's got a bit of color to it. And that's it. Now, when you cook your quinoa, you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can add things to it. You can use it as the base of a nourish bowl or a buddha bowl, as they call it. But there it is. Nice and fluffy quinoa. And this is the dinner that we had that evening. So there's the quinoa, half an avocado, some steamed zucchini, and some baked vegetables cut into the shape of French fries. So there you have it, perfectly fluffy quinoa. Please reconnect with me in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And I am back. I am back to posting regularly. That is the goal. I'm manifesting it, and it's going to happen. And I know it's pumpkin season, but I'm not a fan of everything pumpkin. In spite of that, I'll probably share some pumpkin recipes coming up for the fall, which is my favorite season, incidentally. Okay, I'll see you very soon, friends, next week. Bye for now.